Bat Rider's still there, but I don't really think he's lost energy here. The only real one would be like Metamorphosis to like right-click down a target, but there's no nuke or anything.
Oh my god, they can put a lot of pressure on this mid lane. Already 2 heroes wrapping around. Solo looking to set up onto Thug. He drops a Forge Spirit. Dazzle going to be nearby. Heal Bomb inbound. Oh, Thug down to 50% HP straight away. Now no one ready to follow up. Whirling Death next to the trees. This should be your first blood. No point in Wex, no Ghost Walk to get away. And no one will get credit. Going to slow down Skylark. Second stack of Shadow Poison.
Close.
Ooh.
Almost didn't get the big creep.
He did buy all of his stuff.
One of the reasons why Thug's time is going so bad is just because Meg was forced Silencer to always be up top. Couldn't come in with like decent right clicks that we get from that hero. Deny themselves all over the map.
But I just foresee the next 5 to 10 minutes, kind of a tricky time for him, where he's not really online, ready to fight yet, and Vega are bringing the heat. We'll see the 2 supports smoking the mid lane.
Top lane.
Uh-oh, they're going to go in onto Mag, and we're going to go back mid. Here comes the smoke setup. Disruption, heal bomb on the way, and oh my, that Invoker. Not even a chance to react. They do go well enough, though. Look at the Invoker. Thug is in Strug City. He's 0-2. He's going to get roamed on again. This heal bomb is going to do an absurd amount of damage. He can use up a Sunstrike, but it doesn't matter at all. That's 3 deaths on him now. Timbers him back to #1 on net worth. But all the while, Vega grouped up in the top lane. Looks like they may pressure this tower. The only one not with him is the Terrorblade, and speak of the devil, he'll get initiated on mid lane, relocate, catches him off guard. Wants to try to make something happen now that he's got these extra units. Maybe this is the opportunity. Mag,
this is a
inbound,
really nice
double 4s, Necronomicon, Sunstrike after the Primal Roar, he's out of mana, even a Global Silence used for this. Mag almost lives through it. It's actually damn close. Now FN comes in, wants to try to turn it around. And the Beast...
So he's able to sit on that high ground and wait for something to happen. They can push out a little bit now. But now, right again, bottom, relocate. This is the punishment. This is what happens. You come into our jungle.
Oh, boy.
Dire territory now.
Thought he was just farming safe. Yeah, and he used the hookshot to start off that fight. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Thug trying to do a little bit of split push, putting some damage into that tier 2. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Skylark doing the same. No one looking to fight, takes a Primal Roar, and Skylark will just TP back to safety. The unit's about to expire. He might be able to grab one here, and he gets both. Okay.
FN, dead. Just they jump on top of the Blink, man, and Dire. I feel like even a Ghost Scepter would be better in this game. Just something that he can just pop and
the
live.
Ideal target to get roared? Like, if you had to pick one on the side of Vega, definitely not Terrorblade. Ideally, Clockwork, hook shots in. Maybe he gets roared after that. That's sort of okay. They'll go up onto Thug here. Ghost Walk, and have an invoke in 1 second. Gets the Ghost Walk off, but it's not going to matter. They've got the detection and plenty of damage. They will overhand the Blood Strength used by the Sven. Tier 2 tower up top, falling pretty quickly. FN will linger around as the Metamorphosis hero. Trying to finish it off. Tier 3 tower falls. Now no one gets initiated on. Stun. Oh my god. You might have been right here, Trent. He just got obliterated under all those stuns. Now FN taking a lot of damage from the Sven. Might still be able to get off Asunder. They're starting to make the retreat. Global Silence comes out. Madara doesn't have a blink for another
error from Vega, being able to get a free melee racks like that, so I'm assuming they'll be able to shore their defenses up a bit here and just concede the mid.
Oh, relocate out. They're going to go in on the Mag in the top lane, but they're going to set up here to bring down the Wisp as soon as he comes back. He actually brings Madara with him. Why did he bring Madara with him?
I guess they don't have vision, so I thought they were safe.
Does have the Aegis. Maybe they can take a fight here. Maybe it was all part of the plan. Madara gets a stun onto Solo. Shallow Grave, no TP or anything on the Shadow Demons. Just going to buy him a little bit of time. Cold Snap. Going to stop him from doing much else. Primal Roar now onto the Dazzle. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, they saw them coming when they reloaded.
Even when you're irrelevant in terms of items, of course, cogs can be pretty annoying. They still just die.
Here we go, initiation onto Mag, follow-up stuns, Global Silence comes out, and Vega in a lot of trouble. Sayoma taking heavy damage, he will get off the Shallow Grave. TP will actually make it out. Now the rest of the team, they follow suit. Not as detrimental as it first seemed. Add FINEM, trade 1 for 2, they lose their Invoker. They don't defend the tier 2.
Solo gaming, man. I praise this guy all the time. People ask me who's an underrated player. I say Solo. I think he's one of the best mechanical and gameplay 4s that are currently in the scene right now. But game like this, it's pretty hard to get stuff done. Just really have an opportunity in that early game. They did crush mid, I suppose. So There was that.
Fight gonna break out here. They start on the mag. Follow-up stun from Madara, but it's gonna get messed up by the disruption. Wisp will actually die first, but the rest of their team starting to just melt under the pressure. Madara gets turned on. It's actually looking pretty good for Vega. Now Thug's gonna be slowed down. Do they have any detection? I don't see it yet. Timbersaw still jumping around. Silence, but soon gonna have a little more. He's light on mana. That's the big problem. If he hits his chakra, maybe they can get him, and they will. Silencer falls. Another nice defensive disruption. 2 for 3 is Vega. Take the fight. Now they go high ground. Is this actually a potential turn?
It's a Terrorblade winning a fight near your base. It's a potential win in any game, honestly.
Yeah, you make a good point. He's got the Metamorphosis on for about quarter duration. Here comes the Glyph. Timbersaw going in fierce, doing what damage he can. No buyback's been used by FINEM quite yet, but Sven, he's coming up in 20. He's the only one with buyback money. Without a Glyph, they'll definitely lose a tier 3 tower here. Some of them had to go back. They lost their range barracks
that was close.
Just to the creep spread. Invoker out of this game now for 40 seconds. No buyback, so close to respawn, and it's probably not going to save the melee barracks anyhow. Oh my, this hurts so much for Sven. Solo, they get left behind. They're going to get one recovery kill. They find any more. FN on the way out, does have a TP scroll. Relocate outside of the base. Madara looking for the stun. Hawk flying overhead. Big FN dies here. He gets caught by a crit. The Echo Saber. Sven will bring him down. But all things considered, Vega got to be happy with that. They force a buyback from the Sven. They get a tier 3 and a barracks. And in the end, they... Yep. Here we go. Defensive disruption out of the gate. Sven with the war cry. Solo able to force staff back. There's the global, but it comes out way too early. Vega just disengaged, and they should be able to reset this fight. Who's going to go where? Madara gets hook shotted in.
Oh, nice relocate.
Yep, relocate will save him. Beastmaster actually falls. And they're probably just going to get a kill on the Wisp. Nowhere for Spartan to go. Nice use of the cogs there. So it's a 2 for 0.
You get a counter kill here. Oh, that was close. The Thug almost got hook shot there, but again, no detection, so just Ghost walk away.
Yep, they leave FN and Sayoma to finish off row straight for the enemy base in both lanes. They are going to start to TP back. Oh no, Vega! They got baited into it.
Nice.
A lot of TPs back. Maybe they can make a catch here. The disruption flying across, chasing Madara. Now the Wisp going to try to TP out. It's going to be close. They've got the damage. The Wisp gets popped, and he's going to die without buyback. Now the hook shot in onto Madara. He's completely isolated without his Wisp, and just look how fast the Terrorblade chunks him down. He's going to charge straight to almost done, but they'll get one more round of illusions. Look at how many Terrorblades are just knocking this tower down.
Skylark looking at Meg here. Oh, get the bird. Nicely played.
Oh my. Still, this is just so easy for Vega. Those are just straight illusions doing all this siege damage. They've already forced out the Glyph. They've already forced out a buyback. Now they just need to wait out Metamorphosis. It will be about 70 seconds. Here we go, right in onto Thug. Spartan as well. Global breaks up the fight, but there's just no follow-up. It's so defensive. FN stunned up. He'll be brought down right away. Meanwhile, in the back line, Skylark. They were just getting zoned out by Skylark, I guess. It was sort of a weird play. The rest of FINEM have backed out. It's just an Aegis down, though. There's still a BKB and Sunder available. Necro units will manage to chase down the Shadow Demon on the...
I mean, this is like game-winning potential right here. You think about back to TI5, the complexity, the Refresher, Enigma, Z-Freak God. Maybe this guy could be the next one.
Here we go. Global #1 on the back line. It's Skylark. He goes in hard. His team isn't ready for it, though, and it's just a dead Skylark. Awful positioning. Oh, no. Did he refresh yet? He has. He's used the second global. Oh, no. Vega just has to hang on, but Madara doing big damage. He gets a kill on the Clockwork, but now he falls. It's looking very bad for FINEM. Vega still with most of their team alive and reasonably healthy. The Beastmaster will now buy back. Thug manages to survive. They still don't have detection. At least not on the Tim, looking pretty wimpy. No tier 3 towers, just exposed barracks. No Sven for 70, no Wisp for 40.
And that is just another one fight near a base. What it comes down to. Very well played here from the side of Vega, and they're going in on Thug. He's got a BKB, but he's trying to shrug it off. I don't know if they can hold this one. I don't think so without their Sven. Thank God in that last fight, man. He had a cogs that completely saved FN, tanked the double crit that should have been for that Terrorblade, and they, I don't think, would be able to get that Rex.
Thug almost dies here again. Another Ghost Walk. No one at this point just Sell your Bloodstone and buy a gem, dude. That's going to be Megas, and I think that's game. Add FINEM.
A lot of this comes back to those builds that came out here from like no one with that boot travel. Like, yes, it wasn't the best item for the time, but it was also not the item for losing. It was the item for winning. You know, taking a risk, going for a build that's going to allow him to keep up with the split push from the side of Admin and keep up his own net worth, eclipsing almost everyone but the Terrorblade here just at the end. Like so close, and it just extremely well played by him.
A good series overall. Another 2-0. Was definitely hoping for a third game, but well-deserved for Vega. They will be moving on to the next round of the upper bracket, where they have Team Alliance awaiting. Our semifinals for this 8-team double elim playoff will be Team Empire versus Liquid, and now Alliance versus Ad FINEM. But we've still got the lower bracket to go, and I believe that's what's coming up tomorrow. Escape versus Power Rangers, and now Flipside versus Ad FINEM. They will be fighting for life in the tournament. Things really heating up here as we get into the playoffs, man. I know.